Training mistakes runners make when running after an injury. Running after an injury requires a careful approach to ensure a safe and successful return to training. Many runners, eager to get back on track, often make common training mistakes that can hinder their recovery and lead to further setbacks. In this video, we will explore the 3 key mistakes runners make when returning to running after injury and provide guidance on how to avoid them. Increasing mileage too soon. One of the most common mistakes runners make after an injury is increasing their mileage too quickly. When the body's healing, it needs time to rebuild strength and adapt to the demands of running again. Jumping back into high mileage too soon can place excessive stress on recovering tissues and increase the risk of re-injury. To avoid this mistake, it's crucial to start with a training plan that follows the 10% rule. Pay attention to the training plan you're following to make sure it increases by no more than 10% each week. Remember, patience is key when it comes to returning to running after injury. The reason this works is because you add more miles so slowly, your body doesn't even notice it. It's like when Penny from the Big Bang Theory removed Leonard's things from his room. She did it so slowly that Leonard never noticed. In fact, Howard had to clue him in. That's the way it should be for your body. Add distance so slowly that your body doesn't notice an increase each week. Mistake number 2, increasing mileage every week. While it's important to gradually increase mileage, some runners fall into the trap of increasing their mileage every week over and over again. This approach fails to account for the body's need for recovery and adaptation. Consistently pushing for higher mileage without proper rest and recovery can lead to overuse injuries and burnout. To prevent this mistake, take the 10% rule a step further and follow 10p EFT. This is 10% every 5th week taper. This is the 10% rule plus. Respect the principle of progressive overload, which involves gradually increasing mileage over several weeks, but also integrating lighter weeks or periods of reduced volume to allow your body to adapt and recover. Remember, quality training includes a balance between stress and recovery. The reason this works is because your body needs to have lighter running weeks to recover. Consider an empty glass of water. You add some water every day. In the beginning, it's going well. You add a little more water each day. But eventually, that glass is going to overflow if you don't take some water out. Apply this concept to your training. Before you hit the rim, take a little out so you don't overflow. Mistake number 3, guessing how much to run on the first run back. Returning to running after an injury often leaves runners uncertain about how much they should run on their first run back. Many runners may rush and attempt to pick up where they left off, which overworks their muscles and joints and leads to re-injury. To avoid this mistake, use the hopping test. The hopping test tests how many times you can perform single leg hops before you get tired or have pain. Once you know how many times you can hop on the injured leg, you can divide that by 750 to find out what percentage of 1 mile you can run. And that's your starting point. The reason this works is because running is a series of single leg hops. On average, a runner performs 1,500 hops, 750 per leg, over the course of a mile. So when you hop up and down on the injured side and count how many you can do until you get too tired or have pain, you know how far you can run before you even start running. Returning to running after an injury requires patience, careful planning, and a commitment to gradual progress. By avoiding the 3 training mistakes we talked about today, increasing mileage too soon, increasing mileage every week, and guessing how much to run on the first run back, runners can optimize their recovery, reduce the risk of re-injury, and set themselves up for long-term success. Remember, it's important to listen to your body, seek professional guidance when needed, and prioritize a balanced approach to training. Happy running!